After 60, maintaining strong legs isn't just about staying active, it's about what you eat too. But here's the shocking truth. Some of the fruits you thought were healthy might actually be making your legs weaker every single day. Yes, you heard that right. Fruits, the go-to snacks for health-conscious seniors, can sometimes do more harm than good if you're not careful. But because some of them are packed with hidden sugars, interfere with medications, or trigger imbalances that lead to muscle loss, poor joint function, or even chronic fatigue. And the worst part, these effects don't show up right away. They creep in slowly until one day simple tasks like standing up from a chair, walking upstairs, or going for a light stroll become difficult. So if you've been eating fruit every day thinking you're doing your body a favor, this video is your wake-up call. Today we'll reveal 7 common fruits that seniors over 60 should limit or avoid completely, especially if you want to protect your leg strength, mobility, and independence. Most of these are fruits you probably have in your kitchen right now. But don't worry, we won't just tell you what to avoid. We'll also share what you can eat instead to keep your legs strong and steady for years to come. So if you're serious about staying active and independent well into your 70s and beyond, stay with us, because this information might just change the way you look at your fruit bowl forever. Fruit 1. Grapefruit, a hidden muscle blocker. When most people think of grapefruit, they think of a healthy breakfast choice, light, refreshing, and full of vitamin C. But what many seniors don't realize is that this seemingly innocent fruit can actually interfere with your body in ways that can slowly weaken your leg strength. Here's the surprising truth. Grapefruit contains powerful natural chemicals called furanocoumarins. These compounds affect how your liver processes certain medications by blocking an important enzyme known as CYP3A4. This enzyme is like a filter. It helps your body break down and eliminate many prescription drugs safely. But when you eat grapefruit, even in small amounts, say half a fruit or a glass of juice, it can shut down this filter, sometimes for as long as 24 to 72 hours. This means medications stay in your body much longer than they should, and their concentration in your bloodstream rises to potentially dangerous levels. So why does this matter for your leg strength? Because many of the medications affected by grapefruit are the very same drugs commonly prescribed to seniors, including statins for lowering cholesterol, such as a devastating or simvastatin blood pressure medications, like calcium channel blockers, anti-anxiety or sleep aids, such as buprenorphine or diazepam, immunosuppressants, or even certain pain medications. When these drugs build up in your system, one of the most common side effects is muscle pain or muscle weakness, especially in the legs. You might feel more tired when walking, have difficulty climbing stairs, or even experiencing cramps or heaviness in your legs for no clear reason. Unfortunately, many seniors don't make the connection between grapefruit and their symptoms. They assume it's just part of aging, but in reality, it may be the result of this fruit interfering with their medication. Even more concerning, long-term muscle weakness caused by drug buildup can lead to muscle wasting, balance problems, and a higher risk of falls, one of the most dangerous events for anyone over 60. So, should you avoid grapefruit entirely? If you're not on any medications, occasional grapefruit may still be okay. But if you are taking any of the drugs listed earlier, which most people over 60 are, then you must speak with your doctor or pharmacist first. Don't make assumptions based on what you read online or what worked when you were younger. Your body processes food and medicine differently. Now, if you enjoy the taste of citrus, don't worry. There are safer alternatives. Try oranges or mandarins, which don't block CYP3A4 enzymes. Kiwi fruit is rich in vitamin C and fiber. Blueberries or strawberries, which offer antioxidants and help reduce inflammation. These fruits are gentle on the liver and they support, rather than sabotage, your muscle health. In summary, while grapefruit may seem like a smart choice for seniors over 60, it can quietly act as a muscle blocker. And the worst part, you might not even notice the damage until it's too late. So the next time you reach for that pink grapefruit or pour a glass of juice, take a moment to consider, is this fruit really worth the risk to your leg's strength? Sometimes staying strong means letting go of the foods we once thought were safe and making smarter choices for the road ahead. Fruit 2. Bananas. Not always a muscle food, bananas are often praised as the ideal fruit for athletes, full of potassium, quick energy, and easy on the stomach. But when it comes to seniors over 60, the story isn't always so simple. In fact, bananas can quietly work against your efforts to maintain strong legs and healthy muscles, especially if you're not careful about when and how often you eat them. Let's start with the positives. Yes, bananas are rich in potassium, a key mineral that helps prevent muscle cramps and supports heart health. They also contain vitamin B6 and some fiber. So, what's the problem? The issue lies in something most people overlook: sugar content. Despite their reputation as a healthy snack, bananas are high in natural sugars, especially as they ripen. One medium banana contains around 14 grams of sugar. That's more than many cookies. For seniors with slower metabolism or those who aren't physically active, this sugar can cause a rapid spike in blood glucose followed by an energy crash. This sudden rise and fall in sugar levels can stress your insulin system, leading to fatigue, inflammation, and over time, muscle weakness. Now imagine you start your day with a banana on an empty stomach. What happens? Your body receives a quick sugar load with very little protein or fat to balance it. This causes insulin to surge, which not only stores sugar as fat, but may also interfere with the absorption of muscle-building nutrients like protein and magnesium. Over time, eating bananas as a regular snack, especially alone, can lead to a slower muscle recovery after activity, reduced protein synthesis, which is essential for maintaining lean muscle, and in some cases, increased inflammation in the joints and muscles, particularly the legs, which bear the most weight. For seniors already facing age-related muscle loss, this can be a dangerous combination. You may start noticing reduced leg strength, difficulty standing up from a chair, or unsteadiness while walking without realizing that your fruit habits are part of the cause. So should you avoid bananas completely? Not necessarily, but moderation and context matter. Here are some tips to make bananas safer for seniors. And never eat them alone on an empty stomach. Pair them with a protein source like Greek yogurt, nut butter, or a boiled egg. Choose less ripe bananas, which have a lower glycemic index and less sugar. Limit portion size. Half a banana is often enough for a light snack. Avoid banana-based smoothies that contain other sweet fruits or juice. And most importantly, listen to your body. If you feel unusually tired after eating bananas or experience leg fatigue after meals, consider reducing your intake. For a better alternative, try berries, which are lower in sugar and higher in antioxidants, apples with skin, which contain fiber to slow sugar absorption, or even avocado, a fruit rich in healthy fats that support muscle and joint health. At the end of the day, bananas aren't bad, but for seniors over 60, they aren't always the muscle food they seem to be. A little mindfulness can go a long way in protecting your leg strength and keeping you steady on your feet for years to come. Fruit 3, mangoes. Tropical sweetness, hidden risks. Mangoes, sweet, juicy, and full of tropical flavor, are often seen as one of the healthiest and most delicious fruits around. But for seniors over 60, eating mangoes regularly might come with some surprising risks, especially when it comes to maintaining leg strength, muscle function, and metabolic stability. Let's break it down. Mangoes are rich in a vitamin C, which helps with immune function and collagen production, vitamin important for eye health and natural antioxidants that protect cells from aging. However, these benefits come with a major downside: extremely high sugar content. A single medium-sized mango can contain up to 45 grams of sugar, nearly twice the amount in a can of soda. And while the sugar in mangoes is natural, your body still processes it in the same way by releasing insulin to bring blood sugar levels down. Over time, repeated spikes in blood sugar and insulin can lead to insulin resistance, which is linked to the muscle loss, chronic inflammation, and reduced energy levels, especially in the legs and lower body. Here's why that matters. When your blood sugar stays high, your muscles don't receive or use protein effectively. That means even if you're eating enough protein, your muscles can't rebuild and stay strong. A key issue for seniors trying to prevent sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. Mangoes also have a high glycemic index, which means they cause blood sugar to rise quickly after eating. This puts stress on your pancreas and can lead to fatigue, heaviness in the legs, and even lightheadedness after meals. a common complaint among older adults. Even worse, mangoes are often consumed in ways that multiply their effects. In smoothies blended with other sweet fruits or juices. It has dried mango slices, which are even more sugar-dense, or eaten after large meals, which pushes total sugar intake far above safe daily limits. If you've noticed that you feel bloated, sluggish, or weak in your legs after a sweet tropical snack, your mango habit might be quietly working against you. So should seniors give up mangoes entirely? Not necessarily. Mangoes can still be enjoyed in small portions and only as part of a balanced meal. Here are some tips. Limit to 1/4 or half of a fresh mango, not a whole one. And never eat dried mangoes. They're sugar bombs. Pair mango with a protein or fat source like chia seeds or cottage cheese to slow sugar absorption. Avoid mango smoothies unless they're unsweetened and combined with greens or fiber-rich veggies. And for a safer tropical fix, consider papaya, which is lower in sugar and easier on digestion. Guava, packed with fiber and vitamin C, or simply frozen berries, which are low glycemic and anti-inflammatory. In short, mangoes may look like nature's candy, but for seniors over 60, their hidden sugar load can quietly erode your leg strength, energy, and metabolic balance. Don't be fooled by the sweetness. Strong muscles and steady legs require more than flavor. They require food choices that truly support your body as it ages. Fruit 4, watermelon. Too much water, too little nutrition. On a hot day, nothing feels more refreshing than a slice of cold watermelon. It's sweet, juicy, and hydrating, and for many, a summertime favorite. But while watermelon might seem harmless or even beneficial for seniors over 60, it can be surprisingly counterproductive, especially if you're trying to maintain muscle mass, energy, and leg strength. Let's take a closer look at what's really inside watermelon. Watermelon is made up of about 92% water. That might sound like a good thing. Hydration is important after all. But here's the issue. While watermelon fills you up with fluid, it provides very little protein, fiber, or healthy fat, the nutrients your aging body actually needs to stay strong and stable. What's more, watermelon contains a relatively high glycemic index, which means it can raise blood sugar levels quickly, especially when eaten alone. This is particularly risky for seniors with insulin sensitivity, prediabetes, or type 2 diabetes, which are all common in older age. Here's what happens when a senior eats a large serving of watermelon, especially on an empty stomach. 1. Quick sugar absorption leads to a spike in blood glucose. 2. The body releases insulin to manage the sugar. 3. As insulin works, blood sugar drops rapidly, often too fast. 4. This sudden drop leads to fatigue, lightheadedness, or muscle weakness, particularly noticeable in the legs. You might think it's just fruit, but this cycle, when repeated regularly, can drain your energy, weaken muscle repair processes, and contribute to the gradual loss of leg strength. Another important point is the false fullness effect of watermelon. Because it's high in water but low in calories and nutrients, it can make you feel full without providing the building blocks your muscles need like protein, magnesium, or essential amino acids. Many seniors eat watermelon instead of a proper snack or light meal. Over time, this can lead to reduced protein intake, which hinders muscle maintenance, a nutrient dilution, especially of potassium, calcium, and magnesium, and even increased bathroom trips, which may lead to dehydration if fluids aren't replenished properly. This is especially concerning if you're already facing sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, a condition that affects up to 1 in 3 seniors over 60. So should watermelon be completely off limits? Not necessarily. You can still enjoy it, but with awareness. Here are some safe ways to enjoy watermelon. Small portions only, no more than 1 cup per serving. You never eat it alone on an empty stomach. Always pair with a source of protein like nuts, cheese, or yogurt. Avoid eating large bowls of watermelon at night. This may lead to blood sugar crashes and nighttime leg weakness. Don't replace full meals or snacks with watermelon. If you're looking for fruits that are more supportive of leg and muscle strength, consider apples with skin. Great source of fiber and antioxidants. Berries, anti-inflammatory and lower in sugar. Kiwi or citrus, packed with vitamin C to support collagen and connective tissue. Remember, hydration is essential, but not at the cost of real nourishment. And while watermelon may look like a guilt-free indulgence for seniors seeking strong, stable legs, it might be quietly robbing you of the strength you need to move confidently each day. Fruit 5, dried fruits, dates, raisins, etc. Sugar bombs in disguise. Dried fruits like dates, raisins, apricots, and prunes have long been promoted as healthy, natural snacks. They're small, easy to store, and packed with fiber and nutrients, or so we're told. But for seniors over 60, these seemingly harmless treats may be silently sabotaging your leg strength, energy levels, and muscle recovery. Here's what you need to know. Dried fruits are just fresh fruits with the water removed. But in removing the water, you're left with something much more concentrated, not just in nutrients, but also in sugar and calories. Let's take raisins as an example. 1 cup of grapes contains about 15 grams of sugar. But once dried into raisins, that same cup contains nearly 100 grams of sugar, over 6 times more, packed into a smaller volume that's easier to overeat without realizing it. This concentrated sugar load can spike your blood sugar quickly, especially when eaten alone. For seniors, these spikes, followed by sudden drops, trigger leg fatigue or heaviness, reduce insulin sensitivity over time, and interfere with your body's ability to use protein for muscle repair. If you've ever felt tired, dizzy, or slightly shaky after eating a handful of dried fruits, that's your blood sugar reacting to a hidden sugar bomb. Worse, many commercial dried fruits are coated with added sugar or syrups to improve taste. You'll often see terms like sweetened dried cranberries or glazed apricots, which may sound appealing, but they're essentially candied fruit. This excess sugar does more than just disrupt energy. It promotes inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the leading contributors to muscle loss, joint pain, and leg weakness in older adults. Some dried fruits, especially dates and figs, have a glycemic index of over 100, meaning they spike blood sugar even faster than table sugar. That's a serious concern for seniors managing the diabetes or prediabetes, high cholesterol or triglycerides, or simply trying to stay mobile and independent. So what about the fiber and nutrients people talk about? Yes, dried fruits do contain fiber, potassium, and antioxidants, but you would need only a small amount to get the benefit. The problem is they're too easy to overeat. Just a small bowl of trail mix can contain the sugar equivalent of 2 to 3 sodas without the satisfying feeling of a real meal. Instead of cutting dried fruit out entirely, here are safer strategies for seniors. Stick to 1 tablespoon per serving, not a handful. And most importantly, remember that whole fresh fruits are always the better option. For example, a whole apple or pear offers natural sweetness, water, and fiber, all in balance. Fresh berries are low in sugar and packed with anti-inflammatory compounds. A few slices of orange or kiwi provide vitamin C for tissue repair without sugar overload. In summary, while dried fruits may look small and harmless, they can carry a massive metabolic punch, especially dangerous for seniors trying to preserve their leg strength and avoid blood sugar crashes. So next time you reach for that snack-sized pack of raisins or dates, ask yourself, is this helping your legs stay strong or quietly weakening them? Fruit 6, lychee. Delicious but dangerous on an empty stomach. Lychee, with its fragrant sweetness and juicy texture, is a beloved fruit in many parts of the world. Its tropical charm makes it especially appealing as a light, refreshing snack. But for seniors over 60, eating lychee the wrong way or at the wrong time can lead to surprising and even dangerous effects, particularly when it comes to leg strength and overall energy levels. Here's why. Lychee is naturally high in fructose, a type of sugar that can cause rapid spikes in blood glucose, especially when consumed on an empty stomach. But lychee also contains something even more concerning, hypoglycin A and MCPG, naturally occurring toxins that interfere with your body's ability to regulate blood sugar. In healthy adults with good nutrition and stable blood sugar, this may not be a big deal. But for older adults, especially those who skip meals, eat very light breakfasts, or are already managing blood sugar issues like diabetes or insulin resistance, lychee can trigger a sudden drop in blood sugar, also known as hypoglycemia. What does hypoglycemia feel like in real life? You may notice sudden weakness in your legs, the dizziness or shakiness, sweating even without activity, confusion or blurred thinking, or even temporary loss of balance or coordination. These symptoms often occur 1 to 2 hours after eating Lucci on an empty stomach, especially in the morning, and because they come on quickly and without warning, there is serious fall risk for seniors. The issue became widely known after a string of hospitalizations in certain parts of India and Southeast Asia, where undernourished children eating Lucias without dinner or breakfast developed acute encephalopathy, a dangerous brain condition linked to sudden blood sugar crashes. While this is an extreme case, it shows just how powerful this fruit's effects can be when blood sugar is unstable. Even outside those conditions, Lucci can still cause milder but chronic issues in seniors who consume it regularly: fatigue after meals, especially in the legs and hips, unexplained morning weakness, and interrupted sleep patterns due to late-night sugar drops. So should you avoid Lucci entirely? Not necessarily, but how and when you eat it matters a lot. Here are safe practices for seniors. And never eat Lucci on an empty stomach, especially in the morning. Limit to 4 to 5 fruits per serving. Don't oversnack or always pair with protein or fat, such as yogurt, cottage cheese, or a handful of nuts. Avoid Lucci juice or canned Lucci in syrup, which are concentrated and stripped of fiber. And be aware of how your body reacts. If you feel lightheaded, unusually tired, or unsteady after eating Lucci, it may be doing more harm than good. Better alternatives include fresh papaya or kiwi, which are lower in sugar and support digestion, blueberries, which help regulate blood sugar, or half an apple with almond butter, which gives you long-lasting, balanced energy. In short, Lucci is a beautiful but tricky fruit. For seniors over 60, it's not just about what you eat, but when and how. And with Lucci, getting that timing wrong could quietly undermine your strength, stability, and day-to-day mobility. Choose wisely. Your legs and your long-term independence depend on it. Fruit 7, canned fruit in syrup, processed sugar trap. Canned fruits are often seen as a convenient alternative to fresh produce. They're affordable, shelf-stable, and easy to serve, especially for seniors who live alone or have limited access to fresh groceries. But there's a hidden danger inside many of those brightly labeled cans. One that can quietly drain your leg strength, sabotage your metabolism, and even increase your risk of chronic health problems. The main culprit, the syrup. Most canned fruits, peaches, pears, pineapples, fruit cocktail, are packed in heavy syrup. This syrup is not just fruit juice. It's usually made with added sugars, often including high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, or refined white sugar designed to enhance sweetness and preserve shelf life. Here's why that's a big problem for seniors over 60. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing sugar. Insulin sensitivity decreases, muscle repair slows down, and the ability to regulate blood sugar becomes more fragile. When you consume canned fruits and syrup, you're not just eating fruit, you're flooding your system with a concentrated dose of sugar. Just one small serving, half a cup of canned peaches in heavy syrup can, contain over 25 grams of sugar, the equivalent of 6 teaspoons, a zero protein or healthy fat to balance blood sugar, and almost no fiber since the processing often removes the fruit's skin and texture. This sudden sugar spike triggers a rapid insulin response, and for seniors, that can mean fatigue shortly after meals, a weakness or heaviness in the legs, and over time increased muscle breakdown due to chronic inflammation and insulin resistance. What's worse, because the fruit is soft, sweet, and easy to chew, it's very easy to overeat canned fruit without feeling full. This false sense of satisfaction leads many seniors to replace real meals or snacks with canned fruit, causing nutrient dilution, less protein, less fiber, fewer healthy fats, poor muscle recovery, and even joint stiffness or leg cramps after eating. There's also another concern: preservatives and artificial additives. Even apples, bananas in moderation, or citrus slices offer more balanced nutrition. If you enjoy sweet fruit with your meals, try sliced pears with plain Greek yogurt, chopped apples with cinnamon, or fresh berries with oats or chia pudding. In short, canned fruits may look innocent, but if they're swimming in syrup, they're swimming in sugar. For seniors over 60, that sugar can gradually weaken your muscles, unbalance your blood sugar, and leave your legs feeling heavier with every passing year. Make the switch to smarter fruit choices. Your body will thank you, and your legs will carry you further, stronger, and with greater ease. What to eat instead? Fruits that strengthen, not weaken. Now that you know which fruits might be quietly weakening your legs, here's the good news. You don't have to give up fruit entirely. In fact, the right fruits eaten in the right way can actually help build stronger muscles, protect your joints, and stabilize your energy even well into your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Here are some of the best fruit choices for seniors who want to protect their leg strength. 1. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. Low in sugar, high in antioxidants. Help reduce inflammation, support muscle recovery, and even boost brain health. Eat fresh or frozen. Best when paired with Greek yogurt or oats. 2 citrus fruits, oranges, clementine, grapefruits, only if not on certain meds. Packed with vitamin C, which helps your body build collagen, important for joints and tendons. Also support immune function and help absorb iron, crucial for oxygen flow to your legs. Note, if you're taking medications affected by grapefruit, skip it and choose oranges instead. 3 apples with skin, high in fiber which slows sugar absorption and supports gut health. Skin contains quercetin, a compound that reduces inflammation and protects muscle tissue. For kiwi, small but powerful, packed with vitamin C, vitamin E, and fiber. Supports tissue repair, immune balance, and healthy blood pressure. Easy to digest. Great for older adults with sensitive stomachs. 5. Avocado. Yes, it's a fruit and a great one for seniors. Rich in healthy fats, potassium, and anti-inflammatory compounds. Helps improve muscle function, nerve signaling, and even joint lubrication. 6 pears. Gentle on digestion, mildly sweet, and full of fiber. At best, when eaten fresh and paired with protein like nuts or cottage cheese. Bonus tart cherries, known for their natural anti-inflammatory properties, may reduce muscle soreness and joint pain. Available fresh, frozen, or as unsweetened juice, but only in small amounts. Smart tips for fruit eating after 60. And never eat fruit alone on an empty stomach. Always pair with protein or healthy fat. Avoid fruit juices, especially those with added sugar. Stick to whole fruits instead of dried, canned, or overly processed forms. Portion matters. So instead of letting hidden sugars weaken your legs, choose fruits that fuel your strength, stabilize your energy, and support your independence, one bite at a time. Strong legs aren't just about walking with confidence. They're the foundation of your independence, your balance, and your freedom to move, explore, and enjoy life on your terms. And while exercise plays a major role, what you eat every single day can either build you up or slowly break you down. Today you've learned the truth about 7 common fruits that may be doing more harm than good, especially when it comes to muscle strength and stability after 60. These fruits aren't bad, but for aging bodies, they can become dangerous when eaten the wrong way, in the wrong amounts, or at the wrong time. The good news? You now have the knowledge to make better choices by swapping out sugar-packed snacks for muscle-friendly fruits. And by learning to combine them with the right nutrients, you're already taking powerful steps towards stronger legs, steadier balance, and better health. So, what's next? If you found this video helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video to support our mission. Share it with a friend or loved one who needs to hear this, and subscribe to Wisdom of the Elderly for more trusted health tips every single week. Your journey to better health doesn't stop here. Check out our next video.